Good morning. Am I audible?
You are.
Good morning, my leader.
Good morning, colleagues. I hope I am audible.
Morning, Deputy Chair. Yes, you are fully audible. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ryder. Good morning, honorable members and officials who are on this platform. In the absence of our chairperson, who is on parliamentary duties in Barbados.
Recording in progress.
I will be chairing this session. So it's 8:30 now, and we will commence with our meeting. And thank you once again to all of you for joining this meeting at short notice. And I want to go straight to the agenda and firstly seek, are there any apologies? I don't know if Advocate Nonyana is with us.
Good morning, Deputy Chairperson and honorable members. We haven't received any apologies so far, except the apology of the one that you have just mentioned and that of Advocate Pindela, Deputy Chair.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. We will acknowledge those apologies. Are they accepted? Could I have someone who will accept the apologies?
Chairperson, raise hands, Honorable Mugwele.
Yes, Honorable Mokwele.
No, thanks very much, Deputy Chairperson, and greetings to honorable members and all officials in the platform. Maybe, Chair, before I accept apologies as presented, as they've indicated, that is the only apology from the Chair, which I thought that you will also bring that apology of the Acting Chief Whip, Honorable Mananiso, which he said I must just stand on a behalf. But other than that, I'll rise to accept apology from the Chair in the main. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mokwele. I saw the hand of, there was another hand that I saw earlier.
Makasini, Chair, Deputy Chair.
Honorable Makasini, yes.
No, I was saying I had joined the meeting, but I second the apologies that were proposed by Honorable Mugwele. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. We'll now move on to the agenda. Can I have a mover for the agenda? Honorable Ngumalo. I see the hand of Honorable Ngumalo.
No, thank you very much, Chair. My humble greetings to your good self and all members present. I move that we accept the agenda as outlined. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can I have someone to second the agenda?
Good morning, Honorable Deputy Chairperson Dlamini here.
Good morning.
Morning, Chair. I second the adoption of the agenda as presented. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Dlamini. All right, now that we've accepted the agenda, could we move on to the minutes of the 25th of September? The minutes are being flighted. That's page 1. Could we move on? Page 2. Page 3. Continue, please. Page 4. Page 5. Page 6. Page 7. Page 8. Page 9. Page 10. Page 11. Page 12. Page 13. Page 14. Page 15. Honorable colleagues, that's the minutes of the 25th of September 2025. Could we have someone to move for the acceptance of the minutes if there are no corrections or amendments? Honorable Mabilo.
Good morning, Honorable Chair. Good morning, colleagues and members of staff. I hereby move that the minutes of the 25th September be accepted as a true reflection of what transpired. Thank you, Honorable Chair, for the opportunity. I so move.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mabilo. Honorable Mokwele.
Thanks very much, Chairperson, and greetings to you once again. I rise to second Honorable Mabilo that is the true reflection of what transpired. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The minutes have then been accepted. Honorable Mabilo, please lower your hand if you are done with your submission.
Yes, Chair. Yes, Chair.
Okay, you can lower your hand, please. Thank you. Okay, could we flight the agenda again? All right, let's go on to item number 6, that is a consideration of the draft parliamentary program. I will then hand over to the programming chairperson, Honorable Molokome.
Thank you, Chairperson, and good morning to honorable members in the platform, and greetings to the acting chief whip, to the House Chair, our officials. Blessed morning, Deputy Chair. Deputy Chair, I'm going to... Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Please continue.
Thank you, Deputy Chair. I'm going to present the fourth term parliamentary program to honorable members. Maybe safe to indicate, Chair, that we don't have much of the changes on the program since we had our program meeting last time, 2 weeks back, when we had our program meeting. So the only changes that are indicated there, the major changes, in fact, it's not changes. We did not have the meetings for the committees in our previous meeting. So those meetings are included on the last column there. So I'm going straight to, and the other thing that is included that in our previous meeting in terms of the deputy president being in the house, we said he will come on the 27th of October, but it's 25. And the other issue is that of our honorable member that has passed. We had promised that we will include her full names on the program, and such changes has been made. So I'm going to the week of the 6th to the 7th, to the 10th of October, which starts today, the 9th of October, and we are having our program committee meeting as we are speaking, and it will end at 10 o'clock. The caucuses will follow until 12:30. Then the provincial delegates meeting will take place from 1 to 2 o'clock. The plenary chair is going to meet at 2 o'clock. The questions to cluster 4B, which is economics. And here on the slide, column, where the multi-party women caucus, they are on their oversight visit in Eastern Cape province. Tomorrow, Chair, which is Friday, the 10th of October, the joint committees, we know that they are meeting on Fridays. And here, the multi-party women caucus steering committee, they'll continue with their oversight visit. And the joint standing committee on defense, they'll have their meeting from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock. The next slide speaks about the week of the 13th to the 17th of October. And Monday is the constituency day. And here, Chair, we are reminding members to submit questions to cluster 5A, and the plenary is scheduled for the 26th of October. And the Joint Standing Committee on Defense, they will have their joint oversight visit in Limpopo, in Makado. The 14th of October, plenaries at 2 o'clock. Here, questions to the president and the Joint Standing Committee on Defense. They'll still have their oversight visit in Limpopo. The Select Committee on Agriculture, they'll have their meeting at 10 until 1 o'clock. And the other select committees that are mentioned there. And the last one is the Joint Standing Committee on Financial Management that will take place later at 5:30 to 8:30 in the evening. So the plenary, I've already touched on that. The president will be in the House on Tuesday. On Wednesday, the 15th of October, at 8:30 to 10 o'clock is Provincial Whips Forum, followed by the committees that will take place from in the morning at 10 o'clock until 1 o'clock. The Joint Standing Committee on Defense, they'll still continue with their oversight visit in Limpopo. The Select Committee on Cooperative Governance, they'll have the oversight visit to Nala for the section 1391B that of the Constitution. And on the same day, Chair, the plenary is at 2 o'clock. And here the items are mentioned. The second one speaks about the oration of condolences on the passing of our honorable member, Baines. And I've touched on that. Last time we did not have her full names, so they are also included there. And also the debate on International Rural Women's Day. Then the theme is also included there. On the 16th of October, 8:30 to 10 o'clock, the program committee meeting is going to take place, followed by party caucuses until 12:30. Then the Joint Standing Committee on Defense, they'll still have their oversight visit in Makado. And the plenaries at 2 o'clock to take questions to cluster 4C. And here we are also reminding members to submit questions to cluster 5B, Chair. And the plenary is planned for the 30th of October. So we are reminding members to submit questions if they have. And the 17th of October at 9 o'clock to 1 is for the joint committees. And here we have a joint committee, Joint Standing Committee on Defense that will still embark on their oversight visit in Limpopo. The week of the 20th to the 24th of October, Monday is Constituency Day. Tuesday, the 21st of October, is the Select Committee on Public Infrastructure. They'll have the joint oversight visit in Northwest and also in Gauteng. The Select Committee on Education, they'll also have their oversight visit to Eastern Cape Province. Select Committee on Appropriation, oversight visit to Northwest Province. Select Committee on security and justice, their oversight visit is in Free State. Select Committee on Cooperative Governance, they will have their meeting at 4 o'clock until 6 o'clock in the evening. And this week, Chair, is the committee oversight week, and I've already mentioned the provinces where the committees are going to have their visit, their oversights, and the 22nd of October will continue with the oversight visit, but we are also reminding honorable members to submit questions to Cluster 5C, which is economics, and the plenary is scheduled for the 4th of November. The same day on Wednesday, which is the 22nd of October, the Select Committee on Public Infrastructure, these are the two committees. They'll continue with the joint oversight in Northwest and Gauteng. The Select Committee on Education, I think I've touched on that. I'm not going to repeat the provinces that they are going to visit. And on Thursday, the oversight week still continues. And here, Chair, we are going to have the plenary, which will be virtual, to consider the report by the COCTA committee, because I've indicated that they'll be doing the oversight visit in Nala municipality, and we know that we must deal with this item of 1391B within 14 days. So that is why here we have programmed the plenary to be virtual at 5 o'clock, so that we don't find ourselves wanting in terms of the 14 days that is stipulated in the Constitution to deal with such matters. On Friday, the 24th of October, we'll be dealing with the committee oversight week. I think this is the last day, and the information is on the program. I've touched on that, so I'm not going to delve much again on the same issue that I've dealt with. Or the week of the 27th to the 31st of October, Monday is constituency day. Tuesday, the 28th of October, the Committee of Chairpersons meetings will sit at 8:30 until 9:45. The plenaries at 2 o'clock to take questions to Cluster 5A. And the Select Committee on Public Infrastructure, they'll have their meeting from 10 to 1, followed by the Select Committee of Agriculture, Select Committee of Education. They'll also have their meeting. And the next slide speaks about the Select Committee on Finance. Also, their meeting will end at 1. The Select Committee on Public Petition, also they'll have their meeting at 10 to 1 o'clock. On Wednesday, the 29th of October, the Provincial Whips Forum, they'll meet at 8:30 to 10 o'clock, followed by the Select Committees at 10 o'clock to the last meeting on Wednesday that will sit is that one of the Joint Standing Committee on Financial Management, and this meeting will take place after the two houses has done with the business of the day. The plenary is at 2 o'clock. Here, the debate, the House is going to debate the local government week, and the theme is the chairperson. And also, if there is motions, report, and legislations, they will be discussed in the House. On Thursday, the 30th of October, program committee meeting is at 8:30 to 10. Party caucuses from 10 to 12:30, and 1 o'clock to 2 is provincial delegates meeting. 2 o'clock questions to Cluster 5B, which is finance and tourism, and the Joint Standing Committee on Financial Management is going to meet after the sitting of NA and NCOP. on Friday, the 31st of October at 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock, the PGIR, they'll have their meeting there. The Joint Standing Committee on Defense, they'll have their meeting also at 9 to 1 o'clock. The Joint Committee on Ethics is, they are going to have their meeting from 10 o'clock until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The week of the 3rd to the 7th of November, Monday is Constituency Day. Tuesday, which is the 4th of November, the select committees, they'll have their meeting, and those meetings are indicated the chair. I'm not going to dwell much on them. At 2 o'clock, questions to cluster 5C, which is public works and infrastructure and transport. On Wednesday, the 5th of November, the select committee on public infrastructure, they'll have their meeting. Social services, a select committee on appropriation, the committee on security and justice, they'll have their meeting. And the last, the other meeting that will take place is the Joint Standing Committee on Financial Management. Their meeting is at 1 until, the site visit is at 1 until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And the very same Wednesday, the Select Committee on Economic Development, they'll have their meeting later at 2 until 5 o'clock. And here, Chair, we don't have plenary that is scheduled Thursday, the 6th of November, 10 o'clock to 12:30 is party caucuses. 2 o'clock is the plenary that is proposed there. If there's any motion reports and legislations, they'll be considered in the House. The Joint Standing Committee on Financial Management, they'll have their meeting immediately after the two houses has done with their meetings, their sittings. The 7th of November at 9 to 1, to 12, the Joint Standing Committee on Defense, they'll have their briefing at and here is a footprint of SAU EU that they'll have their meeting from the 3rd to the 5th of November. The week of the 10th to the 14th, Deputy Chair, Monday is the Constituency Day. The 11th of November, the Committee of Chairpersons meeting will meet at 8:30 to 9:45, and the oversight visit to Northern Cape is the Select Committee on Financial Social Services. They'll have this oversight visit, and the Select Committee on Public Infrastructure, they'll have their meeting, followed by the Select Committee on a public petition, and the two committees, they are going to have their meetings on the same day. And here we don't have plenary that is scheduled on Tuesday. Wednesday, the 12th of November, is a provincial whips forum at 8 to 10, followed by the select committee meetings, and the select committee on social services. They will continue with their oversight visit. And here we are also reminding members to submit questions to the deputy president that is scheduled on the 25th of November 2025. The 13th of November, which is Thursday, at 8:30 to 10 is program committee meeting. 10 o'clock to 12:30 is party caucuses. 1 to 2 o'clock is provincial delegates meeting. The select committee of social services will still be in Northern Cape. Select committee on appropriation, they'll receive briefing at 12 to 1. And Friday, the 14th of November, is for joint standing committees, and we have received the following meetings. MSF, they'll have their meeting at 9 to 1. The Joint Standing Committee on Defense, they'll have their meeting at 9 to 12. Select Committee on Appropriation, their meeting is at 9 to 12. Joint Committee on Ethics, their meeting is at 10 to 3 o'clock. And the Select Committee on Social Services, they'll still be on at the oversight a visit in Northern Cape, which is proposed. The week of the 17th to the 21st of November, Monday is Constituency Day, Tuesday the 18th of November until the 21st of November, Deputy Chair, is the Provincial Week, and the theme is there. I think honorable members has went through the theme, and they are very much aware of the theme that is indicated there. The Select Committee on Appropriation, they'll have their meeting on Tuesday at 10 to 1, and also Select Committee on Finance, their meeting is on Wednesday at 9 to 1. Select Committee on Social Services, their meeting is in the afternoon at 6:30 to 8:30 in the afternoon. Then on the 21st of November, the Select Committee on Finance, they'll have their meeting at 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Here we are, the meeting of COP is going to take place in Brazil at on the 10th to the 22nd of November 2025. The week of the 24th to the 28th of November, Constituency Day is on Monday, and Committee of Chairpersons meetings, a meeting is at 8:30 to 9:45. Then the committees will have their meeting from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. At 2, the questions to the Deputy President, I've touched on that on the 20. The Deputy President will be in the House on the 25th of November. On when the SADC conference, plenary assembly is going to be in Johannesburg, and we don't have dates there. I think they'll be included immediately when we get those dates, because it's the footprint there, so that members are aware of that activity. On Wednesday, the 26th of November, 8:30 to 10 is Provincial Whips Forum, and here the Select Committee on Agriculture, they'll return to the oversight visit to Saldanha Bay in Western Cape, and they'll be giving feedback to those communities from Wednesday until, I think, until Friday. So the select committees will have their meetings from 10 until 1 o'clock on Wednesday, and Thursday is the select committee on agriculture. I've touched on that, and also on Thursday, 8:30 to 9:05 is program committee meeting, and here members, the times has changed. They are not as usual as we used to know, because we are going to have the joint program committee meeting on Thursday, and it will take place at 9:15 to 10 o'clock. The party caucuses is at 10 to 12:30. The provincial delegates meeting is at 1 to 2, and plenary is at 2 o'clock. And this here, Deputy Chair will be considering consideration of the select committee on finance report. Friday, the 28th of November is for the joint committees, but the select committee on cooperative governance will be on the oversight visit to Western Cape in terms of section 1395 of the Constitution. The Joint Standing Committee on Finance, they'll have their meeting at 9 to 1. Joint Standing Committee on Defense, they'll have their oversight oversight visit at 9 to 5 o'clock in the evening. The Joint Committee on Ethics, they are going to have their meeting at 10 to 3. The week of the 1st to the 5th of December, on Monday is Constituency Day. Tuesday, the 2nd of December, those select committees, they are going to have their meetings until 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock is plenary that is proposed there, Chair. And Wednesday, the 3rd of December, those select committees that are mentioned there, they are going to have their meeting until the last one, which is the Joint Standing Committee on Financial Management, that will have 2 meetings at 1 to 2, and site visit is at 1 to 2, and the meeting is at 6:30 to 8 o'clock in the afternoon. The 4th of December, the plenary is at 2 o'clock. And here the annual address is the annual address by the Deputy President, and the theme is also stated there. The 5th of December is for the Joint Standing Committees, and here the Standing Committee on Defense, they'll have their meeting at 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. The week of the 8th to the 12th of December, on Monday, is Constituency Day. Tuesday, 8:30 to 9:45, Committee of Chairpersons meeting. Tuesday, the same day, the select committees that are mentioned there, they are going to have their meetings until 1 o'clock. And Wednesday, the Select Committee on Public Infrastructure is going to have their meeting at 10 to 1 o'clock. The Select Committee on Security and Justice, their meeting is at 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. And Wednesday, the very same Wednesday, the Provincial Whips Forum, their meeting is at 8:30 to 10 o'clock in the morning. Thursday, the 11th of December, the program committee meeting is at 8:30 to 10. Party caucuses is 10 to 12:30. 1 o'clock to 2 is the provincial delegates meeting. And Friday, there's no meeting that is scheduled there. The week of the 15th to the 19th of December, on Monday is Constituency Day. The 16th of December is Reconciliation Day. The 17th of December at 10 o'clock is plenary. That is proposed to be a fully visual meeting that will consider the Division of Revenue Bill, Deputy Chair. And also the other item that is stated there is that of the farewell speeches of the political parties, that because this will be the last plenary that we'll have in the 4th term program. The last one, Chair, is the NCOP leave period on the 18th of December 2025 until the 17th of January 2026. Deputy Chair, this is the third this is the third parliamentary program that I'm presenting to honorable members, and bearing in mind that this is the working document. So I guess I've covered all the meetings and the issues that are included on the program. Thank you very much. If there are any questions or any clarity seeking questions, Chair, I'll be able to deal with them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Molokome, for that comprehensive report on the draft program. Honorable members, I now open it up to you if there are any comments that you want to make regarding the presentation. I see the hand of Honorable Ryder.
Good morning, Deputy Chair, honourable members, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for the programming presentation, programming whip. There are two matters I just want to highlight. The first is, I note that on the, sorry, there's three matters. The first point is I see that on the 16th of October, we have three ministers appearing for questions. This has been difficult to manage due to the long duration of such sittings in the past. And perhaps it'll just be useful if we do liaise with the ministers' offices to ensure that there's not a requirement for them to sit for 8 hours unnecessarily in the House, and that we do try and assist the ministers with their time management. It'll be a long sitting for us though, but let's not waste the time of the ministers. The next thing, Deputy Chair, I see that there's a programming meeting scheduled for the 16th of October as well. Noting that we're having one today, I wondered if that will still be planned to go ahead. And then, Deputy Chair, just to highlight one issue, the Finance and Appropriations Committees will be having joint meetings with the committees of the National Assembly following the presentation of the medium-term budget policy statement by the Minister of Finance. So the that MTBPS announcement by the Minister of Finance is only happening on the 12th of November, I beg your pardon, much later than normal this year. And so this places quite a lot of pressure on finance and appropriations. And those joint meetings are then scheduled to take place during Provincial Week. And the Presidium will have to find a way to ensure that that work is able to take place in concert with the Provincial Week. It is a discussion that we will need to have, not necessarily for this committee, but well before the time that we get to that week of the 18th to the 21st of November. I just wanted to highlight those issues, Deputy Chair. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honourable Ryder. Are there any other hands before I go back to the Honourable Molokome? All right, I don't see any other hands. Honourable Programming Work, Molokome, any
Chair.
comments?
Chair.
Yes, who is this? Can't see a hand.
Sorry, Honorable Mananiso.
Honourable Mananisa, okay.
Yes,
right.
sorry, I have some technical glitches. One would want to just request on the issue of Honorable Ryder with regards to issues of the three ministers that perhaps the programming must look at it and have a date for one of the ministers. I think that it won't work that we have all these three at once.
Now, thank you for your input. We'll wait to hear what the Honourable Molokome has to say about that. I don't see any other hands. Honourable Molokome, could you respond?
Thank you, Deputy Chair, and thanks, honourable members, for those clarity-seeking questions. Yeah, I think we'll have to look into that matter, Deputy Chair. And on the program, I think we still have the plenaries that are scheduled, and we don't have any ministers coming to the House on those days. I think we have 2 or 3 plenaries that are scheduled, and we don't have any ministers. So we'll have to communicate with the office of the chair and the chief whip to at least communicate with those ministers if we can't give one of those dates that we have on the program. And I think you are right, honorable members, that having 3 ministers on one day is going to really give us, force us to be in the house for more than 8 hours, and we have seen that happening with when we were dealing with the issue of the budget. So I think we are going to consider that. So in our next program meeting, I think that will be dealt with. The issue of the program next week, Honorable Ryder, you are correct, because we are having the meeting today. I don't think we'll be having any major changes or changes on the program itself. So the meetings of next week might will have to take out those WIPS forum and also the program committee meetings that is scheduled for next week. So the other issue that you have touched on is that of the joint committees, and they are clashing with the provincial week. So I think because I'm receiving these meetings of the committees from your office, you'll have to communicate with the NA if it's possible that those meetings can be virtual, because it's unfortunate that we can't postpone the provincial week. We know that even in our years, 10th, second, and third term, we did not have the provincial week, and the program itself is so busy, and we need to accommodate other issues that were raised by members, especially in terms of the oversight visit that we have to do as the NCOP, because we know that our main core is for us to be there in the communities to check really what is happening and to do the oversight as is one of our responsibilities. So you need to also check with the other house if they can't do their meeting virtually, so that it can accommodate members of the NCOP as well. So I think those are the issues that members has raised, Chair, and we are going to amend the program as such. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Molokome. I think with regard to the next meeting date, you just need to come back to us with regard to the three ministers that will be appearing on one day. Let's see how we can manage that. Honorable members are correct. It will be a very long sitting if we were to have three ministers in one sitting. So we leave that to you to see how you can work around that. I see the hand of Honorable Mokwele. Honorable Mokwele, over to you.
No, thanks very much, man. I just want to make a comment on the issue of finance meeting that they were indicating that I'm just proposing that because those meetings will be clashing with the provincial week. I suggest that if maybe they can make those meetings visual, so that the members of the finance they must also be part and parcel of the provincial week, because as we all know that provincial week is a very important thing that all of us we must attend. But other than that, Chair, I'm happy with the program as presented, and even the amendment that the programming week was indicating. So I mean, with that comment, I also want to support the program as presented. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mokwele. Honorable Ryder.
Yeah, Deputy Chair, I think Honorable Mokwele just proposed adoption, and I raise my hand to second the adoption of the programming, the program as presented, noting that it is a work in progress. Thank you.
All right, so I take it that the program has been proposed and supported. Thank you very much, Honorable Molokome, for the programming report. Can we move on to the agenda, the next item? Okay, we now move on to item 7. Item 7, the Select Committee Business Report.
Thank you very much, Deputy Chairperson. While we're waiting for the screen to load, there's not been much change from the previous report that was presented to the Programming Committee, so we'll work through quite quickly. So let's skip straight through to slide number 4, which relates to the Revenue Laws Amendment Bill, which the Finance Committee has dealt with to completion. We await a date on the program. We are in consultation with the Chief Whip's office that we can get the Revenue Laws Amendment Bill presented to the plenary sitting. It's on slide 4. Mr. Michaels, I think you are driving the presentation. So yes, we just need to find a date for that to be considered by the House, and we will then be able to finalize the processing of that particular bill. Next slide is slide 5. Deputy Chair, I note the slides are not moving on the screen. I think it's a general problem, not just limited to me. If we can just get the person flighting the slides to move to slide 5.
I don't know who's flighting those slides, but they're not moving on my screen either.
Yeah, there's obviously the system is frozen. Let's try and reshare. Let's get it back up. There we go.
Okay, there we go. Right. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, the famous sharing of the, yes, I understand the problem now that I see it resolved. Thank you very much, Mr. Michaels. Well done. Good. The next one is the Economic Regulation of Transport Amendment Bill. As detailed last time, the committee is waiting for a briefing. Let's move on. Yeah, there's still a lot of time to process this up until this time next year. The next bill is the Public Administration and Management Amendment Bill. Just about ready, waiting for the final mandates to be presented next week. We can move on to the next bill, which is the Public Service Amendment Bill. Also waiting for the final mandates to be presented on the 14th of October. So yeah, well done to the COGPA committee for getting those ones over the line to this point. The next one is the Independent Municipal Demarcation Authority Bill. This bill is more problematic, but yeah, 4th of November, final mandates expected there. And then that will be able to conclude that particular bill as well as amended. Let's move on. Public Service Commission Bill. The progress there, as reported last time, on the 26th of November, the department and the Parliamentary Legal Services will respond to the written submissions from the public, and there is still time to process this bill until the 12th of April 2026, as revealed on the next slide. So that bill will be processed to finality in the new year. We can move on. The Immigration Amendment Bill. This was presented last time, the first time, 11th of September. It was introduced to the House. It is a Section 76 bill. The bill has got a long way to go still. There's an aim to finish by the 28th of November 2026. Hopefully we will finish long before then. Is that correct? Yeah, I beg your pardon, 2025. 28th of November 2025, the bill will be processed to finality. The timelines are detailed there as we covered last time. The 12th of November will be the deliberation by the committee, and then adopting the report by 28th of November, so that the House can consider this one. The deadline for this is the 5th of April 2026, so there is still plenty of time for us to process that one. Deputy Chair, the next slide refers to, again, COGPA Committee, South African National Water Resources Infrastructure Agency Amendment Bill, introduced or referred to the NCOP on the 18th of September. And there will be a briefing on the bill from the department in October, and the committee is hoping to deal this bill to completion by the 9th of December. It's a Section 75 bill, so a much quicker time process. Again, if you look at the next slide, it's the 24th of April of 2027 is the deadline for this. So there's still quite a lot of time for the processing of this bill, but we won't use all of that time, I'm sure. The next slide refers to the, again, COGPA Committee. This is a Section 139 intervention into Theowates Kloof. the committee has been processing this. There's a visit to the municipality planned for November, and a report will be produced early in December for consideration by the House. Yeah, that should be able to be dealt with by the House before we rise for the end of the year. The next item is written notice in terms of Section 139 in Nala local municipality in the Free State. As indicated by the programming whip during her presentation, there is an oversight visit planned on the 16th of October, and there is an urgent sitting of the House that will need to be convened to consider the report of the committee following that oversight. That will be done on the 23rd of October. Yes, 23rd of October. Sorry, the numbers are quite small on my screen, but yes, indeed. Good. Let's move on then to the Section 106 intervention or investigations into Madibeng local municipality. Oversight visit, again, as part of the committee week. There's an oversight visit planned for the 21st of October. So this committee using their time extremely well during the committee week, and they will produce their report soon thereafter for consideration by the 12th of November. The next one is, again, the 106 investigation. This one is into Bitu municipality. The briefing on the 12th of November by the Western Cape Department of Culture, and then a report will follow soon thereafter. This will be concluded only in the first term of 2026, I beg your pardon. Good. The next one is the Public Petitions Committee, the long outstanding petition of Mr. Noble. There is a meeting programmed for the 28th of October for consideration of the petition, and the committee will finish with this petition by December of 2025. That's the 9th of December, according to their program. And in discussions with the committee chair have indicated that that will definitely be concluded by December. The next petition relates to the mining in Magog village. You'll remember that there was an oversight visit, a site visit that took place recently that will result in a report and consideration of that petition on the 14th of October. So early next week, that petition will be concluded. Good. The next one is a matter of the South African Express Airways petition. It was referred to the committee on the 21st of September. So again, fairly recent addition to the program. The committee has programmed a discussion, consideration of the petition on the 4th of November, and they intend to again conclude by the 9th of December of this year. So hoping for a very quick turnaround time on this particular petition, so that we can bring it to finality. The next one, Deputy Chair, is a letter from the Public Protector. The committee has done their oversight. They've done a site visit. They adopted a report yesterday, and that report will now be ATC'd and brought for consideration by a plenary session of the House. So well done to the committee for doing that, Social Services Committee. We can move on to Select Committee on Economic Development and Trade. There's a protocol on women and youth, and a protocol on competition. These matters were introduced in August. The committee has met, they have considered them, they have finalized a report already, and those reports have been ATC'd already, and waiting for a date for the plenary session when we can consider that in the House. We just need to confirm that date with the Chief Whip's office. The next one again is ratification of an agreement on Afrexim Bank. The establishment of this bank and an explanatory memorandum on the ratification. The matter was referred to the committee on the 8th of September. There is a briefing by the Department of Trade, Industry and Competition scheduled in terms of the program that we've just adopted for the 5th of November. We can move on. Select Committee on Agriculture, Land Reform and Mineral Resources. The set of regulations and a draft notice prohibiting certain activities. These matters have been referred to the committee on the 8th of August and the 10th of September respectively, so it's two separate items. The Department of Environment, Forestry, Fisheries, sorry, it's now Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment these days, I beg your pardon. The department has presented to the committee earlier on this week, and the committee and the provincial legislatures resolved to have a workshop on the matter. So that workshop will need to be programmed during the course of the 4th term, understanding already the timelines of this committee's program, but they will be having a workshop together with the provinces based on the outcomes of that meeting that only took place this week, so there'll still be dates proposed by the committee secretariat. That, Chairperson, concludes the presentation that I have to offer, and I am happy to take any questions or to clarify any matters that require further elucidation. Thank you very much. Deputy Chair, it looks like you are still on mute.
All right. No, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm back. No, thank you, Honorable Ryder, for that presentation. Honorable colleagues, there's a presentation from Honorable Ryder. Are there any comments, any inputs that members would like to make? I don't see any hands. Okay, can we move for the adoption of that report? Honorable members,
Yeah, I'll move for the adoption.
I'll second the adoption as proposed by Honorable Badenhorst, Deputy Chair.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Badenhorst as moved and Honorable Breert as supported. Thank you, Honorable Ryder, for that comprehensive report. We go back to the agenda. Item 8, report on Parliament's legislative program.
Thank you, Chairperson.
Ms. Taylor.
Thank you, Chairperson. Honorable members and colleagues, good morning. Today, we will be only presenting one report on legislation before Parliament. We will not have a report on Constitutional Court judgments with regards to bill. As the Bills Office, we concur with the committee reports on the status of the bills currently before Parliament that was presented by Honorable Ryder. As of today, we have 37 bills before Parliament. 27 are executive bills and 13 are private members' bills. And we have 7 bills before select committees. May I ask Mr. Jeremy to proceed to slide number 2. Bills before Portfolio Committee. We currently have the following updates. We have Special Appropriation Bill and Water Services Amendment Bill. On the 26th of September 2025, Special Appropriation Bill, Bill 22 of 2025, it is a proposed Section 77. This bill was introduced and an ATC to that effect was published on the very same day, on the 26th of September 2025. The bill is currently before Standing Committee on Appropriations. Kindly note that this is an executive bill. And then on the 3rd of October 2025, Water Services Amendment Bill, Bill 24 of 2025. It is a proposed Section 76. That bill was also introduced, and an ATC to that effect was also published on the 3rd of October 2025. The bill is currently before Portfolio Committee on Water and Sanitation. This is also an executive bill. Kindly note that according to our 2025 legislative program as approved by the Cabinet, this bill falls under priority bills. Can we also proceed to slide number 3, Private Members Bill before Portfolio Committees? We have the Constitution 22nd Amendment Bill. It's a Bill 23 of 2025, a proposed Section 74. The bill was introduced on the 29th of September 2025, and the NATC to that effect was also published on the very same date, the 29th of September 2025. The bill is currently before Portfolio Committee on Justice and Constitutional Development. Kindly note that this is a private member, kindly note that this is a private member's bill by Honorable M. Manyi. Can we also proceed to our last slide, slide number 7, draft bill submitted to Parliament. On the 7th of October 2025, the Bills Office, we received a draft for Parliamentary and Provincial Medical Aid Scheme Amendment Bill. It is a proposed Section 75. This is a private member's bill by Honorable K. Litlapi. This bill is, our Bills Office is currently processing and preparing for the introduction to Parliament of this bill. That is all from the Bills Office. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you very much, Ms. Taylor, for that presentation. Honorable members, are there any inputs that you would like to make or any comments regarding the presentation? I don't see any hands. Could we move for the adoption of the report on the bills? Could I have a mover, please? Honorable Mokwele.
No, thanks very much. I'd like to move that we adopted the presentation as presented by the chair of chairs. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honorable Mananiso.
Thank you, Chair. I would want to second the mover by Honorable Mokwele and adopt the report as it is.
Okay, thank you very much. I just have one question with regard to the bills. If Ms. Taylor can help me. Are we on track in terms of the bills and the deadlines that we have set ourselves in terms of the various bills that are before the NCOP especially?
Chairperson, I would
Yes.
like to believe that we are on track. However, if there is anything, I will come back to the committee and report on our next meeting.
Okay, thank you very much. The reason I'm asking is that we don't want to be accused of holding back on the bills, and people then criticize the NCOP to say that this is where there's a logjam. So if you can just keep that on your radar, Ms. Taylor, and give us feedback and see how we can move forward on that. Honorable colleagues, that was the last item before closure. Are there any comments from any honorable member before I close this meeting? I don't see any hands. Okay, once again, thank you very much, Honorable Molokome, Honorable Ryder, and Ms. Taylor for your inputs. And I want to close this meeting now. Thank you all once again, officials, Mr. Michaels, for doing the presentations, flighting the presentations. And yeah, thank you very much. We'll see you in the house. The meeting is now adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy
Thank you,
Chair.
Chair.
Long live the Chair.